Hi everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I'm back with another one-page wonder. I can't remember what number this is, but we have done a bunch of them. So they all kind of start running together after a while, but this is another lovely folio that is super simple. And I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm sure you've seen similar ones. I've probably even done similar ones. But what's nice about it is it has space for lots of pockets and lots of pages, so you really can make this one your own. And it's made with one piece of 12 by 12 paper. Put a little notepad here, and comes together really quick and easy. Now you may be wondering, what are these gorgeous papers? This is my new paper kit, and it's a little different from anything I've ever done before. The folio is made with 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and this is just some paper that I had, and it reminded me kind of the Van Gogh stuff. And these are the kit's called Van Gogh Inspiration, so it's just images and prints made that are inspired by Van Gogh. So I hope you like it, and we'll go check it out. I'll have it linked for you in the description. There's 20 pages. Real quick, there's 10 large background pages like this. Of course, you can print it without the border, but there's these. And then there's 10 pages of a variety of ephemera. So I've got these printed all out, but these I've been playing with them. So there's a whole page of stamps. Isn't that fun? And I don't believe there are any duplicates on the stamps. And then there's a page of tags. I've already cut some of those out and put them in our sample. A page of these shaped labels with those beautiful ladies. There's a page with some strips that are like this. And this lady is on there. And I believe this tree. So anyway, there's some strips. More daisy strips. These are, if you print them regular size, let me see. They're a little more than 1 1/4, but again, I was kind of thinking of them as a wide, maybe faux washi. There's a page with some squares, and this shaped label, a page of circles, a page of this man, or these men and their faces. So anyway, there's 10 pages of a variety of ephemera. So again, please go take a look if you find this interesting. And I'm also using in this project the Van Gogh washi tape from IB, and I'll put a link, my affiliate link in the description if you want to, and my coupon code for 30% off, which is Silver Sparkle. So I'll put all of that in the description, because I just thought, well, of course I want to use this gorgeous washi tape with these new papers that I've made. So I am going to get started, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about printing a kit like this that has such beautiful deep dark colors. I know a lot of people shy away from that because of ink. And so we're going to chat about that a little bit while we're going, but let's get started. You need one piece of 12 by 12 paper to make the base of this folio. And like I said, it is very similar to ones we've made in the past. There's just, there's just different ways to attach them together. And, this is one of the ones that I really like, because all you do is cut your 12 by 12 paper in half. So you start with 2 pieces that are 6 inches by 12 inches. I will put all the measurements in the description for you. All right. So on the first one, we are going to do some scoring, and we are going to score. I'm just double checking my notes. We are going to score on the 12-inch side at 1.5 inches. 5.5 inches, and 9.5 inches. This is going to make a folio that's approximately 6 by 4 inches. So that's, you know, that's the nice size that you end up with. Now I'm using single-sided paper, and I am going to layer some of the pages to decorate the white parts. You use whatever paper you like. All right, on your second piece of 6 by 12, you want to score at 4 inches and at 8 inches. And that's it. Like I said, this one is super fast, super easy. It would be a great mass make. Easy to make a whole pile of them and then decorate them however you like. If you do choose to use two-sided paper, I'm just gonna carefully crease on all of my score lines. If you know, you won't have to do that extra layering or as much. I layered and used washi tape on this paper as well, just to kind of bring my project all together. This is scrapbook paper that was part of a haul I got when I purchased that ladies. I don't know if you guys watched those videos. It's crafting supplies, and there's a whole pad that have these kind of gold spatters in different colors, and they're not usually something I craft with, so I was really looking for looking for something to do with these. So I've had them, and it's nice to get to use them. It's a nice weight of cardstock too. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take the piece that you scored at 1.5, 5.5, and 9.5, and the wider flap is going to turn into the side load pocket that's in the main folio. So let's just go ahead and glue that down and get that done and that flap out of our way. So I'm just going to add glue to the top and the bottom and stick it down. And yes, I'm going to have little glue smears on my mat. There we go. Okay. And then I'll have time to dry while we do some other things. Now this ends up being the front cover, believe it or not. And what we need to do is glue it to the piece that you scored at 4 and 8 inches. And if, you know, look at your paper. My paper, it doesn't really matter which way I do this. You know, if yours has more of a pattern that matters, then, you know, then look at that. But I'm just going to slide mine right here, and I'm going to glue this down to make that front load pocket that's on the cover. And again, I'm going to add glue to the top, the bottom, and I am going to add glue right along the edge of this paper, and then make sure everything is nice and straight. And close it up. Now you may want to make sure really quick you did not glue anything closed. All right, so this is going to be our cover right here. This is our cover, and this first inside page is the top load pocket, and then this is the first page of our folio. So this is the piece, it folds up like this. So we glued it here, so then it kind of folds zigzag, if that makes sense. Show you that again. This panel right here, we are going to do a thumb notch. And so you can see that it is a top load pocket. And I'm just eyeballing the center for you, or for me. I'm going to add a touch of ink before I glue this one down. I'm also going to put a tiny piece of book page, because I'm going to use book page on this one as well, behind here to cover up this white. So before I go any further, I am just going to find a little piece of book page, a scrap, that I can glue behind there. And it doesn't even have to be this big. So I just want it right in there like that. So I'm going to add a touch of ink just to the top. And again, it could be a much smaller piece. Doesn't matter. You're not going to see it except where the notch is. Stick it down. That looks good to me. All right, so now we are going to add glue along this score line, and the bottom so that we make that top load pocket. Now, if you need to rewind and go back, you know, and watch me show you how to fold that if you're a little confused about where you are in your folio. You just want to fold it so you have this nice little flippy page. Okay, this folds in like that, this folds like this, and the whole thing closes up. Now, I tend to just take my bone folder and make everything happy so that it wants to live together nicely. But see how quick it opens up? You have a page. We're going to decorate. I put a side load pocket on the prototype here, but you can install whatever kind of pockets you want. And then it opens up. You have a side load here. This is where I put the scrappy pad, and this is where I put an angled pocket. It is that super easy. I love it. And again, I think these papers are going to look really good with my Van Gogh Inspirations kit. So let's talk a little bit while I start layering some book page on these white pages about printing images that are so full of color. A lot of people have gotten questions about it too. And they've said, you know, I've shied away from this because I don't want to, you know, the ink is just so expensive in my printer, and it is, you know, especially if you're using a printer that takes those cartridges. So what I use, and I used to do that, what I use though is a Canon Mega Tank, and it uses the big bottles of ink. So you just refill. You literally open the bottle. It has a special top, and you just pour it in. And so you can print many pages. I usually replace, in the last year or so, I've replaced my ink, and I print a lot. I mean, every day I print. And I think I went through one full set of refill bottles. And, you know, I know a lot of people that have these that are not quite as obsessed with printing as I am, you know, and they don't even replace them, you know, in the first year kind of thing. So I will say, like, for me, like the yellow, I tend, because I think I do print a lot of vintagey and more neutrally things, and that yellow just seems to be used a little bit faster than some of the other colors. But anyway, it works for me. I have my printer that I use in my Amazon storefront. If you want to go take a look, I'll try to remember to also link it in the description. I actually have two. So one is a little bit newer, and one is more of a photo printer. Anyway, long story why I have two, but I use both of them, and they're both Canon Mega Tanks. So I know a lot of people like Epson. I have not personally had good luck with Epson. I tried one and ended up returning it. It had something to do with our Wi-Fi system at my house, our mesh system, and it wouldn't recognize it. And it worked if it was plugged in, but I was like, you know what? Or, you know, hardwired into the internet. Anyway, long story, decided I liked my Canons, and I've stayed with those. I also have in my Amazon storefront a Canon printer. I'm going to use some of the washi tape to put a strip right here, and it'll fold nicely because it's not too thick. I'm just going to pick one. It's so hard to pick when I'm using these because they're so pretty, and I love all of them. and it uses the cartridges, but I believe it's still eligible. It's a much older printer, and it's very affordable. The last time I looked on Amazon, it was under $100. It uses what's called the Pixma, Canon Pixma, the Pixma print plan. And you pay, depending on, you know, the number of pages you believe you're going to print each month. And it's like, I think there's there used to be, anyway, I haven't done it in a few years, a $5, $8, $10, whatever plan for a certain number of pages. And then they just send you your cartridges. And it is it is a huge, huge savings versus buying the cartridges. But you do have to be connected, you know, to the internet, and they track the number of pages you print. And if you cancel, the cartridges they send you, won't work in your printer. Regular ones will. But anyway, that worked for me for years. And my daughter still has that printer and uses it with that print plan. So, you know, there's lots of options out there to make printing for your crafting more affordable. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, especially when you see a kit like this that you're like, wow, you know, maybe you love that, but you're thinking of all the ink it's going to use. So I just wanted to spend a few minutes chit-chatting about that. Okay, back to our project. I am going to look for these strips here. I want to use one of these strips to cover up this white right here. And I'm thinking this one in the middle is speaking to me. And I'm probably going to have to, the score line is here, but I still believe this is going to be a little too wide. So I'm going to use my ruler to tear it, and then we're going to chop it to the 6 inches, and then see which section I want to use. I think I want to use this section, and then I will put it on the trimmer and trim it to approximately the right size that I want. In fact, I will go ahead and just mark it here. Whoa, I almost dumped all of that washi tape out of the box. And I'm so glad I didn't, because I've been working so hard to keep it in the pretty box. I think I just need a sliver, just a sliver. Okay. So let's see what else is going on. I don't know what else is going on. I have been working really hard, on this paper kit to get it ready for you guys. I also have been making a whole bunch of Valentine items that are in my shop at the Painted Tree. So that has kept me very busy. So, hey, you guys, leave me a comment. Let me know. Do you guys send Valentines? Do you give Valentines to your family members, friends, that type of thing? Your loved ones, you know, your partner. I still send my kids a Valentine or give them a Valentine if I see them. And I don't know. And of course, I do one for my husband. I want to, and I have a few that I'm going to mail to a few friends and family members, and I've got to get them in the mail because we're getting close to where they're not going to make it if I don't get them there soon. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is install some different kind of pockets, and of course, whatever ephemera we want to put in here. And this kit has lots of fun options for us. I am loving this vase of flowers. So I'm thinking I'm going to do, I think I'm going to just trim it off a touch and glue it down on the prototype that I made still a little bit tall. I hand wrote a quote for the front. I think it was an E. Cummings quote. It says, "May my heart always be open to little birds who are the secrets of living." And I love to use my handwriting and those things in my creations. And again, not everybody likes to do that, but if you do like to incorporate words, you know, you can always type them in, you know, different fun fonts and then print it out and cut it out and glue it down. And of course there are kits with quotes and words and magazines, books, all that kind of stuff. So even if you don't like your handwriting, but if you like that idea, certainly go for it. And I found in my stash some little tags and little labels and things. And so I just thought these kind of looked nice, again, to kind of give it that vintagey look and make it look sort of like the little label is what's sticking it to the paper. So I'm gonna do that. And let's see, I don't know if I'm going to on camera finish this whole folio, but let's do a few pockets, or a pocket or two. Let me show you how I did the angled one. So again, I'm just gonna mark where the 6 inches is because this little trimmer only really it shows me 4 inches. Okay, so now this is gonna be the correct height. Let me get the white off of here. Whoa. And we're probably gonna use some washi tape to put along the bottom because I thought that looked really cute on my other one. But I wanted a nice, I just used one of these strips. I wanted a nice angled pocket, but instead of doing it just as like a corner to corner triangle, I did it like this to give it a little more body. And of course it left me with this little strip, which I'm not sure what I will do with, but there you have it. So that's an easy way to make a corner pocket. And this is where I put a little pad of paper on the other one. Okay, what do I want here? Maybe, well, here, I'm digging through my washi tape and I could show you guys what I'm doing. I'm thinking a landscape. Maybe this one, it'll bring a little bit of some yellow and lighter blue. So yeah, it's enough. It's just enough to cover up the white spot. And my pocket's gonna cover up that corner, so I wasn't too worried about not going all the way to the corner. And if you didn't watch my video where I unboxed the washi tape I got from IB, or the video I did with some washi tape project ideas, you may want to go back if you're interested and watch those. And like I said, I have a coupon code if you are interested in any of their products. It's for 30% off. And even if you're not going to spend any money, you know, I appreciate you guys clicking on my links and looking at the things and the partners I'm working with. It certainly is nice if you have time to do that. Fun. Okay, we need to cover up this piece here. Now on this one, I knew I was going to do this little scrappy pad, and I just did another piece of little paper and I thought that looked cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on this one. Just not sure. Let's do something to give this a little interest. I'm thinking, again, I'm sitting here looking at the washi tape. Like I said, it's so hard to choose because there's so many pretty ones. How about this one? It's got a bunch of the sunflowers and a little bit of kind of that greenish color. So let's see how this one looks. And again, I'm just going to do a strip, and maybe we'll put one of the faux stamps on here. That would look cute. And I'm just going to have this one be torn. There we go. Just to break that up a little bit. Like I said, this paper, I think, lends itself well for this project, but it is definitely not necessarily my vibe, right? And so it makes me feel a little bit better to cover some of it up. Now, I love making little projects with faux stamps, you know, and layering them, adding ribbon, adding words, really getting them to look super cute. So let's see, even if we just layer this one on a little bit of book page, I think that will look nice. I think I want I was thinking just the plain paper, but I think I want some of the font behind it. So we will tear a piece that's the right size. I like the torn paper look. If you don't, use your scissors. And it will be okay. All right, I'm going to glue it down, then I'm going to ink that. There we go. And again, if you don't want the types of pockets that I've chosen, or you want something different, do it however you want. You know, this would look cute with stacked pockets. I think I am going to do another scrappy pad later, but let's just put a piece of washi tape down. And I'm going to pick a different one. I don't think I've used this one yet. Just so you can see some of the different patterns. This one, to me, looks... Oh, yeah, it's got the lilies. Not the lilies, I'm sorry, the irises. And I want to get it a little closer to the bottom. Whoa, I just think I cut I was not being careful with my scissors. And I just took a little divot out. It'll be okay. A little bit of distressing will fix that right up. And the thing with washi tape is most of the time you can pull it up like I just did. And if you're using it like for a hinge or something that's gonna hold your book or your folio together, you definitely, in my opinion, would want to add more adhesive. But I'm just burnishing it down well, and it'll be fine there. All right, a pocket here. That's what we want, is a pocket. And again, I'm trying to just use papers that I have on hand. Here is my score line. So I am going to make it, I know this section is 4 inches, so this is probably, 3 3/4 inches wide. I'm just gonna make a quick little top load pocket for right here. And I haven't made cute fun things yet to put in all the pockets, but I think I'm going to do that off camera. My sample, I think, showed you enough. Oh, I haven't done anything here. So what I did in the sample for this one is I did another side load pocket. So let's see what might lend itself for that. I may even use, I haven't used any of the full pages yet. And I'm kind of excited to do that. So let's do that together. All right, we will do, this is gonna be beautiful. So I just need a section here. And again, I did not trim these or cut them yet. And I could have printed them easily. I think I want to have it to be fairly wide. I could have printed them without the white border, but I knew for this project it wasn't going to matter. All right, we're gonna have a pretty deep, wide pocket here. All right, and I want it to be that 6 inches in height, but I think I want the sky. and it'll cut that iris off, but that'll be okay. I'll come down a little bit on the sky. And again, with digital papers, feel comfortable if you want to, I'm just eyeballing this, you guys, print things at different sizes. You know, if you know you're going to be doing a smaller project, you can print at, you know, 50% or 70%, whatever, or print, some printers will say, you know, print an 8x10 photo or print a 5x7 or something like that. So you can also play around and have a lot of fun. I'm just going to add glue to 3 sides and leave it open. Playing with digital kits and get a lot of different looks by doing that. I was also going to tell you guys, I printed these on my printer just on the regular setting. I didn't go for like high quality because I was like, okay, I just want to see how these are looking. And I was just so excited about how rich and vibrant the colors looked. So I didn't even worry about slowing my printer down and printing on high quality. So just, again, play with that. You may need to with your printer. I don't know, because I don't know your printer. But if you don't try, you may be using up a lot of ink or a lot of time on a higher print setting, and it may not have been necessary. So just a thought. All right, I'm going to add a strip of washi on this front pocket. I usually decorate the front almost from the beginning. This one has stars, and I didn't. So let's just see really quick if we can do something to the front, and then we'll stop. And then we'll stop. Okay, sometimes it is easier to tear the washi a little bit longer, or cut it, you know, a little longer, and then flip it over and use your scissors if you want it trimmed neatly. And that's what I'm going to do this time. I'm just going to trim that off really quick. And I think the bottom is overhanging a touch too. There we go. All right. And I don't know if I have anything handwritten that would look, I really liked the long, thin quote that I did on this one. I like how that looked, but let me see if there's anything that I have that might go ahead and work. It might work. I don't know. I use this quote a lot. It's one of my favorites. We are all just walking each other home. I wonder if I can make that work. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to try to lay my ruler down and make it a little more narrow. It definitely has a lot of finger tear going on. I think I can make this work. And then when there's a few little tags or journaling cards in the pocket, it's gonna look great. All right, I'm gonna glue this down. Why not? Okay. And then I'm gonna take the tags from the sample just to show you guys how good it's gonna look. See? So I hope you will try this one-page wonder with whatever papers you want to craft with, and that you enjoy it. Like I said, this is definitely a super easy, fast one with just two pieces of paper and a little bit of scoring, and it really does look cute. So, all right, thanks for joining me, and let me know what you think, and hit that like button and subscribe and leave me a comment and all the things. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.